Okay, welcome folks. This is good old Franklin here, older every day. I'm sitting here on top of my favorite Hitbodedut hill here in Yabniel, looking out at the green. I'm getting some stuff. I'm sure what we're trying to do here is a Hitbodedut session. Smart Hitbodedut instead of dumb Hitbodedut. So I hope you've done your homework and listened to the first one, the dumb Hitbodedut session, so we know what not to do. Now I'm going to see if I can do it right. Of course, I have a split focus here. There's Mr. H up there, and you folks out there. But we'll see what I can do. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I'm in here now. So I'm looking out there. I see blueness. I see blueness in the clouds. And I see greenness down there. All kinds of different shades of green in the fields. And here's some noise. Looking around. Now it stopped. You should hear that noise also. Hear a bird, or some kind of, hear a bird. And so first thing is we want to get into here now. And now we want to, because see, every moment of awareness is a gestalt, is an idea, a living creature according to this philosophy, phenomenology. We're dealing here with contact experiences, with the living reality, the living contact boundary of experience, or they call it the living God, the divine soul, whatever you want to call it. And every moment of contact is an organism, an idea that's being organized, that organizes a certain amount of input, awareness, sensory awareness, or motor awareness, into a pattern, into a living organism. And then we have higher and higher levels of organisms. For example, if I look out there and see a twig blowing in the wind, I see twig. That's organism number one. And now I feel breeze. So I'm putting together sense of breeze plus visual input of twig. And that gives me a combined higher level integration of the two gestalts, the two little mini-organisms, microorganisms, into a higher level organism, etc., right up the ladder till you get to God, which is like the highest level, or beyond the highest level, actually. What's that noise? That sounds like some kind of a bird. Quacker, quacker. That sounds like a woodpecker. You hear it? Maybe it's an animal. Sounds very close, doesn't it? Quacker. Is that something wrong with my machine or something? What is it? What is it? Do it again. Anyway, so what does it have to do with Hashem? So Hashem, even though we haven't mentioned the word Mr. H yet, we're still dealing with him in the sense that if we start on this level of going up and top in the bigger levels, higher levels of integration of little gestalts and the bigger gestalts, the highest level we get to the outer sphere. When you use Aristotle terminology, Maimonides terminology, we're dealing with spheres. That was 500 BC. They talked about spheres. We call them gestalts. So we've really progressed, haven't we? Same thing with a different label. But according to Aristotle, Maimonides, we have bigger and bigger spheres, and man is the center of the universe. And so I'm starting on little spheres and working my way out to big spheres. And Mr. H's sphere is the is the one that's beyond the spheres, as they say in Judaism, Rochev al Haravot, so he rides on the desert of all the dead forms that he's going to, L'chaim Eitim, that he's going to bring back to life. So that's the theory anyway. Another jargon, we can use Leibniz terminology. We call every one of these gestalts as a monad, from the one. One little unit of oneness, one organism, and we start adding gestalts or monads. We build up finally, instead of building up a strong gestalt, which includes many weak gestalts, encompasses them, we build up a monadology. A monadology is a big tree of all these little monads, all integrated into one big idea or one big monadology. So that's the theory of it. Okay, so now we're going back to Hashem here, right? So, but let's make it more specific. Let's talk to Mr. H. Hello, Mr. H. Hope you're home today because we got an audience. Now let's see. If I already did that, did I just use a projection? I hope you're home today. In other words, did you abandon me today? Did you leave? Did you close the door? Now that's my own, probably that has to be my own ego projection of an abandonment. I'm feeling abandoned right now by all you folks who won't pay my rent. Aggravation. So the way to deal with a projection of abandonment, Hashem is the abandoning God, is to re-own it, to include that part of myself, that gestalt, that fragment of God that I just projected out there, to include it. So we need to integrate it. So I'm going to play God. I'm going to play the abandoning. I'm going to play God and see what he has to say. Hey, I'm Mr. H. Hey, Wepner, it's about time you got here. I'm losing my patience with you. But I'm going to give you another crack at it today to see if I can take you seriously. Well, that doesn't sound like too much like Mr. H. That sounds like Franklin Wepner. I got to find a voice in Mr. H so I can tell him apart. Well, it's about time you got here, you dummy. Been waiting for you. And you brought all these people with you. Snot nose, can't you give me a little time by yourself? You got to bring all your friends along. Huh. Well, okay. What do you want today? See, now there we got into a Gestalt problem. No questions allowed, Mr. H. We're doing Gestalt here. No questions. Everything has to be direct. We don't want to sabotage the process. All right, well, let's see now. I'll make that a statement, yeah, right? Yeah, that's right. You got to make it a statement. We'll go on. Well, we're not really going on. We're still the same old here and now. And if we're lucky, we'll get to we'll be able to say we got to the Messianic now, huh? Okay, so Mr. H, we were saying no questions allowed. Well, that's about I got technology. I got to worry about technology up here, boy. All right, what do you want? No questions. Okay, so I like to hear what your needs are today, Wepner. Well, let's see. Like I said, I need some money. That's my first of all, and that comes to mind. Got woman problems because you see, I've got this girlfriend that I've known for 26 years. It's ex-wife, you know, and so she's around visiting. And on the other hand, I got on the internet and I met a few more. So the ones on the internet are upset about the ex-wife, and the ex-wife's upset about the internet ones. And I'm not, you know, like I'm not the type that can lie to people. So I have a tragic comedy situation here. I might end up with nobody. Serves you right, huh? Triple timing, quadruple timing. Well, so you're not going to give me advice and help me out here, Hashem, Mr. H. So what should I do about these women? So I'm not supposed to ask questions either. So I'm supposed to say something. Well, I'm just riding the moments, I'm staying in our here and now thing, and trusting, and with faith, and by being in the here and now, that's a form of prayer, because I'm not anticipating, not demanding, just living the moments, and trusting with a certain amount of faith that somehow you'll take care of things, right? Well, that's very good. You're beginning to get the point, buddy. All right. Well, so then I'm doing it right, huh? No questions allowed. So maybe I'm doing it right. I think I'm trusting, and what's real will be real, and what's not real will be not real, and that's it, right? All right. What's next? What else you want? Oh, no questions. Well, let's see. Well, I'm proud of you, Wepner. You're getting your act together here. You're taking the whole show. You're taking me on the road too. Maybe we'll get some converts, huh? Doing some kiruv, Hebrew word meaning bring them closer. So you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Thanks. Let's see. Where was it? So what else? Let's see. Prayer comes to mind. If we're praying, well, we need text. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam shechiyanu v'kiyamanu v'higyanu lazman hazeh. Better tell them what it means, huh? Might have some goyim out there listening. Well, let's see. It means, blessed art thou, Lord, our Mr. H. I'm not supposed to say your name. Who got us to this moment, Shechianu, caused us to live, V'kiyamanu, and sustained us, V'higyanu, brought us to this moment of this now. Okay, so thanks a lot. Nothing. It's okay, don't worry about it. Alright, well, we took care of that. So you see, we did some prayer here. This is prayer, according to what my understanding of what, especially when you read Breslov stuff, you read Likutei Moharan, the emphasis on faith and prayer means being in the here and now, and trusting that what comes out of the here and now in your attempts to your dialogue with God or with Mr. H will somehow be real. In fact, more real than what you started out with. Okay? So we're testing out that hypothesis right here in the laboratory. So, Mr. H, you're my guinea pig today. Well, thanks a lot, buddy. I usually don't think of myself as a guinea pig, Well, in fact, pigs aren't even kosher. Well, all right. A guinea chicken. All right. So this is because each time we take a new moment here, as long as we stay with this thread of concentration, we're building up higher and higher levels of integration of Gestalt. This is called inductive reasoning, inductive logic, where we start from the particulars and work our way up the tree towards the general, towards the big oneness. That's you. Yeah. You better not forget it either. The big oneness. So you're the one without a second. And right now we're eliminating all the seconds one after the other by integrating them into the oneness. Every time I project another part of myself out there, of your reality out there, that part needs to be integrated into the oneness. Boy, that's very interesting. Yeah, you say I got you well figured out. Well, I don't really pay much attention to what I do, and I just do it, you know what I mean? Well, but sometimes it helps people to understand the process a little better. Because a lot of people need logic to be convinced that praying is worth the trouble. All right. So give what they need.